All right. Well, I will. That's okay. I'm
Are you
going.
talk are you talking about the Facebook or
Yeah. Tell me what you're thinking about. As we create this ad, what is what is your goal for creating this ad?
well, most of it would be to promote anything we have happening at the church or even in our community. We've got like Thanksgiving, we're having the community Thanksgiving service here in Desark,
Okay.
and it's
Very
open
good.
to the entire community, not just our church.
Awesome. Well, then then you could use that. That could be your goal. And so your goal is going to be, so this is an event. And so your goal is going to be to reach as many people as you can to invite them to attend this event. Correct?
Yes.
Anybody else want to share what they're thinking about for their bridge event? Like, I mean, this can be very simple, or this can be a Thanksgiving meal that's coming up. This could be a new, it can be like an event, like what they're doing in Desark, or it could be, I mean, it
Yep.
could be, how can we pray for you?
We also have I guess we haven't called it a trunk or treat because it's not going to be out of our trunks, but we're
Yeah,
doing candy and hot dogs and things like that for the community. Uh,
awesome.
and they've done it every year here.
Awesome. So that's another event. That's awesome. So you have lots of events to choose from.
Amy,
Um,
Amy,
yes.
I've got to add, of course, I'm medical leave, but I'm kind of helping out wherever possible Sunday school. What
Yeah.
we're going to do is do a cooperative effort on a Sunday school, not Sunday school, but a Bible study. And it's going to be community wide. Anybody who wants to attend, whether they're from no church background or little church background, it's going to be more like how to study your Bible and almost like an alpha sort of thing, how to get engaged with the Bible and get excited about it and get a deeper walk with God. And I think that would be something that would be really nice to do, and do it with video attached with it, because there are certain things that attract people's attention more than just a static ad. So to really zoom in on that, I think that would be great. Special event.
I second that. I think that is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I'm going to tell you what, is there anybody else that wants to share kind of what they're thinking?
Yeah, I would like
we
to
have
share.
Go
I
ahead.
here at Ebenezer Nestle, there's a lot of churches in a close proximity, and
Uh-huh.
I would like to reach the unchurched where it won't feel like I'm trying to grab someone else's members. Because on
Sure.
Sunday mornings, there's
Yeah.
a lot of people still walking the street, so I know they're not going to anyone's church, and
Right.
then we can offer like a prayer group for them or whatever. Because on Fridays, usually I do what I call office hours. So if anyone sees my car here, they can stop in to talk, or I'll pray with them on things on that order.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So your goal could be at Ebenezer to promote we are praying for you, and um I mean, are you welcoming people to stop by and you can pray with them, outside on Fridays, or what are you thinking there? Or do you want to just make it very broad and just say we are praying for our neighbors, and invite you to share your prayer requests here?
On a broad nature, and this open to all age groups or whatever, because I'm trying to build the church. Because college students, they'll just sort of come back when they're on break or whatever. And I met with one young man who he left going back. Sometimes he comes home for the weekend or whatever, and then he always stops in. Pastor, want to stop in to talk with and I'm like, oh, okay, come on in or whatever. So we share, so that
Right.
gets me the open to younger ideas and what's going on in his life and
Right.
how I can relate to that age group.
Love that. Love that. Does anybody else want to share?
We have this is First United Methodist Church in North Little Rock. Hey, so we're going to have a Advent kickoff event that Wednesday before the first Advent, and it's open to the community. We've got, the school across the street, Indian Hills Elementary, and then there's an apartment complex back there. So our goal is to kind of reach all the children and families as much as we can to come into our church and have a meal, just have some fun before Advent, maybe do some crafts for homebound, write some letters. So we're going to make it a fun community event, but also mission driven.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again, and I apologize for sharing it while people were talking. Let's see. Oh, goodness. Okay, hang on. Somebody's waiting to get in. I am so sorry. Ooh. All right. All righty. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to get started on building an ad. And I'm going to build it through the annual conference Facebook page. And it may look a little bit different than yours, but you're going to get the gist of it. Okay. So my goal is actually going to be, nope, that's not it. There we go. So my goal for the Arkansas Conference Facebook for us to do kind of a bridge event is I am going to want to build an ad. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to our page, and we're going to go to our ad center. Now, if this is a personal page, this is going to be totally different. This is for a church page. This is like what Facebook calls a business. Okay. And so you have to have a church page, not a church group. And this can't be an individual page. This has to be what Facebook calls a business. So like your church Facebook page. So you go to your ad center, and there are two places to create an ad. It's just simple as that. You just click create an ad. So it gives you several different opportunities to also connect to an Instagram account if you have Instagram. If you've already created a Facebook event for your event, like for your Advent kickoff in North Little Rock, if you already have a Facebook event and you want to boost it, you're going to want to go here, clearly. If you are, for what we're doing today, we're going to create a new ad. All righty. So automatically what is going to pop up is our goal. What are the results that we want to see from this ad? And we talked about what is our goal. So let's look at what Facebook considers a goal. Do we want to get more phone calls? Absolutely not. Would we like to get more website visitors? Yes, we would. That is my goal for this ad that I'm going to place. Is I want to drive traffic to our website because we are trying to reach more people in the pew. We have a lot of engagement with clergy and a lot of engagement with church leaders, but what we don't have is a lot of engagement with people in the pew. And so we would like to be able to reach those folks. So because what we've learned, some of the information from the survey that we shared last week was that there are a lot of people that feel disconnected. They feel disconnected with the annual conference and they don't know what's going on. And so we feel like it's very important that we try to reach out to new people and that we share our website, which we make multiple updates every single day to our website. Every single day we probably make on the average 3, maybe 5 updates every single day. So our website is live. It's ever changing. It's good stuff, and it's a good place for us to kind of introduce ourselves, or to kind of explain what we're doing, connect with local churches, be able to promote all of the different things that are going on in the annual conference and our districts. So that's going to be my goal, is I want to connect to a website. If you want to get more messages, you could do that. If you want to get more people to like your Facebook page, you could do that. If you want to advertise your business and you want to get more leads, we're not going to do that. Or you can take the easy route, and you can do automatic, and you can let the artificial intelligence of Facebook do your shopping for you, if that makes sense. When it's going to read what you put in your ad, and it's going to be able to figure out ways to get that out in the best way possible. And so we're going to go with automatic. So we're going to save that. Okay. So ad creative, how do you want your ad to look? Now, what you'll see over here is an ad preview, and this is for this is what it looks like on a cell phone. Because did you know that I haven't checked recently, but it's over 80%. 80% of people look at Facebook only on their cell phone. So it's very critical that we can see what this ad looks like on a cell phone. Okay. So we are going to, and it just pops up there some information from some of our last posts. We're not going to use that, so we're going to delete that. And we're going to, I'm going to say, get to know us. And this part, I want to tell you that when you do create your ad, you want this to be short. You want this to be a tagline. You do not want this to be a paragraph. Because that is, first of all, Facebook is going to have a harder time getting that out. And second of all, not as many people are going to look at it. If you have a really short tagline, that's what we're looking for. So we're going to do get to know us, or we could do this is an old open. I'm not going to go that direction. We could do we love people. We invite you to get to know us. We love people. We love Jesus. Spell. And we love you. We invite you to get to know us. Okay. All right. Then, all right. I'm going to click enter there. Then we're going to select our media. What media means is a graphic. Okay. It has our graphic, and it's going to pull the graphic that is your profile picture from your Facebook page. That's going to automatically show up right here as your media. If you want to keep your logo, or you want to keep a picture of your church, that's okay. But I'm just going to tell you, I wouldn't recommend it. We've talked about people first. We've talked about trying to connect and make authentic friendships and reach people where they are. Sharing a picture of a building is not going to connect with people. People are wanting to connect with the people, and not so much the building. So, and also not so much a logo. I mean, a logo is good, but we're gonna try something different. We're gonna look for pictures of people. So let's see. So we have all of these pictures. I don't like any of them. So let's look at stock images. Let's look at people. So, you know what? And let's don't do this because these are going to cost money. I have a trick. I have another trick. Let's go to, hang on just a moment. Let's go to Unsplash. And I've got it tabbed up here if I can get this to.
That you find it.
Sake. Yeah, I can't because this, hang on just a second. I'm going to move this down. Okay, there we go. So Unsplash is, and it is unsplash.com. Unsplash, like an ocean, like you're splashing the water. It's unsplash.com. Okay, and so what you want to do is when you pull up this website, it is free images that you can use, free. Let me show you what the homepage looks like. Unsplash, that's the name of it. Now, this is the search, and we're going to put in people. It gives you the opportunity for people at work, people eating, people at home, people architecture. Let's say people at church and see what we find. What you don't want to do is this is an ad. This is an ad up here that someone has placed that is, these images cost money. And that's okay. I mean, that's, you know, there are photographers that need to make money. Unsplash is a platform that allows artists to submit photos that they are not going to get paid for. This is just for free. So all of these graphic images are going to be free. Okay, I love this photo. I love this photo. Let's go ahead and download it. It's women, and it is, I see some brown skin. It also lends itself to possibly, we don't know what ethnicity these women are. And maybe you don't want to use women. It's very important for us at the annual conference that our audience is very diverse. We try to reach people of all skin colors, all ethnicities, male, female, all ages. So it's very important for us to be inclusive in all of our images. Now, if you are a Black church, if you are a predominantly Black church and your neighborhood around you and the people that you are trying to meet is predominantly Black, then you are going to want to use a photo of someone with Black skin because you don't want to put a picture of a white person up there, because that is not the audience that you're trying to reach. Now, if you are a Black church and you are trying to reach the Hispanic community, then maybe we want to find a picture of a Black person with a Hispanic person. Or if you are in a diverse community, then you want to try and find a kind of like mine. You want to try and find a photo that's going to be inclusive to all the diverse cultures in your area. But you see that there are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of photos to choose from. And oh, this is a good one too. I like that one. And you don't even have to do people at church, but you can just do people. But I'm going to go ahead with the women with the that have their arms around each other, that are kind of giving each other a hug, and it looks like they're supporting each other. And we're going to go back to our ad. So we have downloaded that. Let me get back to full screen. We have downloaded that. So we're going to go back to select media. And we are going to upload because we downloaded it to our computer. And I'm going to go to Unsplash and look for all of the photos that I have under Unsplash, and it should pop up that I have downloaded. Sorry, this is taking a minute. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna open that photo, and oh, sorry, and then we're gonna add it to our. And what else we're gonna do is we're gonna remove our logo, and then we're gonna select this image. So let's look at what our ad, we're looking over here. This is what our ad looks like so far. Okay. Then we're going to go here down. This is our headline, which is fine. And we want to keep that. It usually names your church. We do not want to receive more phone calls. We do want to, what we want our button label to be, which is the thing that you click on the ad to go to the next step, to get more information about the event, to share a prayer request, to find out how they can get in touch with someone. Whatever it is that action, that call to action that you are wanting people to do when they see this ad. This is where you get a chance to do that. Do we want people to call? Not necessarily. Do we want them to apply? No. Book, contact us, download, learn more. You know what we want for this ad that I'm building? We want people to learn more. So we're going to do a learn more tab. I'm going to come back over here, look at my preview. I kind of like that. And so when this ad goes live, people will be able to click on this little tab right here, and it's going to take them directly to our website. Okay. Now we put our website there. You can make it be your Facebook page. If you don't have a website, and especially if your website is not kept up to date, you do not want to draw anybody to that website. You can draw them to your website. Okay. So we're going to skip down to our audience, and let's talk about who some of you determined would be your audience for your Facebook ad. Who are you trying to reach? Would anyone like to share?
Well, I'm working between two things, and one would be women, another would be families.
That's great. That's great. I will tell you, those are two great audiences, two awesome audiences, because you know what? Women make the decisions on where we go to church and when we go to church so often. Women are also on Facebook more than men. So women is a great audience. Let's see, so what we're going to do, does anybody else want to share who they're thinking about reaching? For us, we're going to take it a little bit deeper. You have options here as far as what they call audience targeting, which is like what you shared. You want to specifically reach women, and you want to reach parents of young families. Okay, those are two separate groups of people. So on here, they give you other options as well. Do you want to reach people who already like your Facebook page? I say, if you're trying to reach your community, and the people in your church and the people that already like your Facebook page and are going to see the event on your Facebook page and see your posts, and they're going to hear it in church, I would not send this to the people that already like your Facebook page, because those people already know you. I would not waste my money on trying to send the same message to the same group of people. So I would skip that one. You can also send it to people who like your page and are similar to them. So that might mean like, say, Richard follows our page. Well, Richard's wife does not follow our page, but she has a lot of the same friends that Richard does on Facebook. So it's going to target her. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. But again, usually if one spouse or one parent or one sibling follows a page, and it tends to trend that everyone in their kind of direct group is also going to have visibility of that page, especially if they engage already. So I'm going to skip over that one too. That's your choice. And then people in your local area. Okay, so that's who we want to reach, especially for your events. You want people who live close to you, right? So what you can do is you can click on people who live in your local area. So my local area is Little Rock. Now for this ad, I am not going to just focus on a 30-mile radius. We will boost this ad and we will do a statewide push. But if we were doing an ad for a local church, which is what you all are doing, we're going to come down here and we're going to update this. We're going to adjust this. If you're in Des Arc, and you have people that live 40 miles away, then you can adjust it to 40 miles. If this is an ad where like Pastor Ellis, if he's wanting people who are just in the neighborhood to stop by or send him prayer requests, then you may want to keep it really, really concentrated. Just to focus on that audience of people who do not live far at all, who maybe even live walking distance from your church. So you want to kind of narrow that down to a smaller area. It just depends. It depends on, is this an audience? What is your goal? Number one, what are you trying to get people to do with this information once it comes across their Facebook? And then who are you trying to reach? Because if we just go, we're trying to reach everybody at every place, well, we're going to pay money that is not going to be very beneficial. Facebook really gives you the opportunity to really be strategic in how you spend your money. Okay, so that's what we want to do. We want to think about what is the best way to get people to do what we want them to do, and where do they live, and how do we want to reach those folks? So we can even, and it gives you the opportunity. So I've created this area and I can create a new, I can click that. Okay, then it gives me the opportunity. Do I want everyone? Do I want women? Do I want men? For Ebenezer, I don't know that you said that you would really like to reach young men. So I might just click on men. For an event, you're probably going to want to do all. You're probably going to want to do men and women. Here it gives you a chance to do an age range. For our ad, we're going to keep it at 18 to 65 plus. For a trunk or treat, you might want to narrow it to, like, say, 23 to, whoops, I lost my audience name. Trunk or treat. There you go. But actually that's not my name, but anyway, I'll change it. Okay. So, audience name. This is for, website boost. Okay. So it just depends on who you're trying to reach and what age group that you want to reach. Who is most likely to come to a Halloween type celebration? parents with younger children, right? Maybe some grandparents, but usually it's going to be the parents that are inviting the grandparents. But in these days and in your community, you may have a lot of grandparents that are raising grandchildren as their own, or they may have foster children or whatever. So don't be afraid to make that group a little larger. You don't want it to be too narrow unless you really are specific in who you're trying to reach. Okay. So we're going to stick with the Little Rock. Okay. And then we're going to save that audience. And we're going to go back to, now we're going to go to how long do we want to run this ad? Well, guess what? I only have $25 to spend. This right now at running 7 days a week it's estimating it's going to be $5 a day. Well, I can't afford to run it 7 days a week. I can't afford to run it 7 days. So I'm going to move it down to 5 days. Okay. Then I'm going to choose what I want the end date to be. So that means if the event is on, say it's the Advent event, it's really kind of late to be promoting something that's going to happen this weekend. So we need to think further out. Say you're wanting to do the Thanksgiving meal. Let's see, the 23rd is Thanksgiving of November. So let's run it the week before. Let's start on a Wednesday. And I forgot, this is the end date. Let's go back. So we want to start it on a Wednesday and run through Sunday before Thanksgiving, because so people can make plans and people can know, okay, my mom is going to attend this Thanksgiving service. So, or this Thanksgiving meal. So we're going to run it 5 days. Okay. And it's, if we spend $5 a day. Now see, it gives you an opportunity to lower the price. This lowers the amount of people that you're going to reach. And I'll show you how you can tell up here how many people you're going to reach. All right, so we're thinking, they're estimating that you're going to reach between 419 and 1,200 people. They're estimating, which they always estimate high, that you're going to have between 52 and 150 clicks, which that means they click that tab to learn more, or to sign up, or to send you a message for a prayer request, or schedule an appointment to come see you, whatever it is. So let's go back. That's at $3 a day. If we bump it up to $5 a day, you see that the audience increases. That's going to be almost 700 to 2,000 people that this ad, that many people are going to see. Now, don't think that many people are going to click on it, because we know how we just scroll and scroll and scroll through Facebook. That's not the case. But $5 a day is not a bad thing, especially if you're just doing a local community. That's probably a 30-mile radius at the most. That's good. And with the $25 that I'm going to send you all, $25 to boost an ad, I think that's great. So that's it. That's all you do. So we're going to go back to, okay, we want to, what we're going to do, well, this is not going to work because it doesn't have my right credit card information in there. And this is not exactly right for us, but we're going to scroll up. Before we push submit, we want to take a look at it. We want to take a look at this preview, and we want to make sure that what it looks like and what it says is exactly what we want to say, that it's short and sweet, easy to read, that it has a photo that is going to reach out to people, that's going to stop someone from scrolling. I love a bright color, or also some people are really drawn to an image that has a lot of white space or has a lot of a solid color space. So even just something very, very simple, or something that has color. Also faces. Faces make people want to stop. And remember, we're trying to go people first. So we're going to keep this one. It doesn't have faces, but we know it's people. So this is what it's going to look like. And then all we have to do is you have to make sure that your credit card information is updated. If it is not, you click that, get it updated. That's not our right credit card information. And then all you do is click submit and you're done, folks. Let me stop sharing. Questions. Know that it will not automatically just go live on Facebook. Facebook, the people, the machines, the artificial intelligence, they have to approve it because you can't just put anything out there. They're going to deny it if it's too narrow of an audience. They're going to deny it if it has anything disturbing, if it is anything that could be seen as harmful. They're going to deny it if they're going to deny it if it doesn't meet their expectations, and if they think that it's not going to help you out, which is a really good thing, but it can also be super frustrating sometimes. So you have to be very careful that you don't have too many words. That's what we usually get. They'll push it back to us and say, you've got too many words. But we've learned our lesson. So any questions? It's really easy, y'all. It's really easy. And just think, for $100 a year, you could create 4 different bridge events in between your big 3 that could create engagement with people that don't know who you are. George.
I guess kind of a dumb question, but
No dumb questions.
If they do disapprove it for whatever reason, I
Yeah.
assume you have the opportunity to go in and adjust it and
Absolutely.
just
Absolutely.
resubmit it.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you want to plan ahead, because it can sometimes take up to 24 hours for them to approve this stuff. You don't want to you want to plan this out. And it's kind of like, what we talked about in January or in December, going ahead and going, okay, these are our 3 big events. Here's going to be our 4 online bridge events. Let's go ahead and get them on the calendar so that we know the 1st of February, we're going to go ahead and start preparing for our bridge event on Valentine's Day.
How far in advance can you go ahead and post? I know you don't want to go 6 months out.
I really wouldn't do it more than like a week or 2. I really wouldn't get that far ahead of yourself, because things change. Woo! Things change.
You can set it up. You can set it up a week before you want it to actually start.
Yeah, which is kind of what I did on this one.
Okay.
Was I went to the calendar and I counted back how many days I could afford, and that was the day that we wanted to start it. And a lot of time, it just depends on what the event is. Do you want it to run the same day of the event? If it's a trunk or treat, yes, because there are some parents that are so busy that they don't have a chance to look until they get home from work on Halloween night, and this is where we're going. So you want to run that to stop on November 1st. But if it's an Advent kickoff, something like that, I would still probably run it until the day of. But if it is like a new study that is starting, I would probably cut that off. If it's something that you need to prepare for numbers, you need to have enough literature, you need to have enough food, coffee, whatever, then I would probably cut it off the day before. If it's a get to know us, visit our website, send us a message. How can we pray for you? Send me a message and let me know. You know, you can run that for as long as you want to, pray for it. I do not recommend running a paid ad longer than 8 days because it gets old and people just scroll through. What you might want to do is when you have a paid ad is you want to ask your people, tell your people, we have invested in some advertising on Facebook. And we would love for you to just like this ad if you see it. Just like it, comment on it, share it to your own page. That's going to just give you free advertising and engagement and a larger audience reach. Don't be afraid to ask people to do that. They love their church. They want to do stuff like that.
So not being a Facebook guru, far from it, does this just show up on your Facebook page as a normal post?
Yes. It'll say sponsored, and it'll say sponsored by Lakeside United Methodist Church. And then it's gonna look just like another post, but so when you're scrolling that algorithm, it's just gonna pop up in with all of the rest of the posts that you see with all of your friends. Now, it may not for you, because if you're not in that targeted audience, you may not see it. And really and truly, if you've placed the ad, you don't want it coming to you. You want to go into people that you don't know. You know, but you might want to tell people to be on the lookout for it. So, any questions? I have got to run to another meeting, and I know several of you emailed and said, oh, I have a 10 o'clock. Y'all, this is easy. It is so easy to do, and it is so inexpensive, which I know $25 is a lot. But it's cheaper than a newspaper ad, a whole lot cheaper. It's a whole lot cheaper than doing a mail out that requires paper and printing and postage and all of the things like that. But it reaches people. We know, because we know people are on Facebook. And anyway, y'all, this has been so fun. I have enjoyed this so much. I hope that you'll be okay if I reach out after the first of the year and we kind of do a reunion, get back together, Zoom, and kind of talk about what's going on. What have you had a chance to work on? Were you able to create a bridge event, before Christmas? Remember, Advent and Christmas is is one of the big three. Were you able to do something in November, or are you waiting until January? January is a great time for a bridge event, y'all. January is a great time. People have come to church that don't usually come to church. People are, they're ready for newness. They're planning out their new year. They're digging into how can I improve myself and increase my spiritual journey with God. And January is a great time to plan a bridge event as well. Y'all, this has been awesome. Y'all are awesome. I hope you put your names in the chat. I will send out this recording so that you can have it, and you can share it if you need to. Know that I'm always available to answer questions. Except for when I'm lost in my mail. Know that that's what we do, and that's what we're here for. Any questions that you might have around events, event planning, Michelle is on here with discipleship. Michelle is your go-to person for anything with leadership development and discipleship. Dave Davis can help you anything with any kind of social media. And if we can't help you, I can guarantee you, between Michelle and myself, if we can't help you, we're going to figure out who can. We're going to get you in contact with someone who can. So anyway, I just appreciate the heck out of y'all, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I appreciate the grace for the rough start that we had this morning, and hope y'all have a great day. And I'll be praying for your bridge events coming up.
Thank you for doing this. It's been great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
friends.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Amy. We'll see you Saturday.